Hi, my name is Niels, your career branding specialist. I thought I wanted to share my story with you because my story shows that the things that I teach is very, very effective. And because I've done it myself and it has led me to be doing what I do today, basically. You see, back in 2010, I went through some pretty tough stuff, and I ended up being fired, so without a job. I was in a relationship that went really south, um, broke up, and I was in the hospital. I was registered as a homeless person. So all these things happened in the summer of 2010. And of course, I got some professional help that helped me get back on my feet. And when I did that, I thought that, hey, if the things that I had experienced going through a tough time as a job seeker, if my story and the lessons that I had learned could help just one other person, then it would be worth sharing. And that actually led me to start a blog back in 2012, January 2012. And let me just tell you that I had no idea whatsoever what I was doing. I just heard that this blogging was something new and exciting. And I thought it would be a nice way to spread my message and just share the things that I had learned with more people. So I did that. I set up the blog. As I mentioned, I had no idea what I was doing. I did it in an app that I had on my Mac that doesn't even exist anymore because it's become so easy to set up a nice website today and not just a blog. So many things have changed since 2012. But I did it. I remember clicking that publish button for the very first time, and it was scary and overwhelming. But I did it, and then after a short time, like I think I had had the blog up for a month and a half, I got this phone call from a journalist, and he had written an article and asked if I wanted to be a case among five others to support this article that he had written about being fired. And I said, "Yeah, sure, I can help you. If you can help me and mention my blog in that little snippet of text that would be about my story." And he was like, I'm not sure I can do that, but we'll see. And a month later, when the article was published, it had like a line and a half mentioning my blog. And then things just started to happen. And one thing, 2 days after, on a Monday, this newspaper came out on the weekend, and it was a weekly newspaper. And Monday, when I opened up my computer, I had a request for a presentation. And I was like, yeah, well, yeah, let's do that. And when I then rode my bike out there, actually, it was here in Copenhagen, I fear started to kick in because I had no idea how many people were going to be there. And but I had 2 hours and a presentation to do, and I survived. Obviously, I'm here today. So that was like the first win from sharing my thoughts and my experiences online. Uh, and about a month or two later, I got the opportunity to be on stage in front of 500 people. Let me just say that the first talk, I think there were maybe 35 or 40 people there. And my second talk was in front of 500 people, um, sharing my story and just inspiring them to take action and ownership of their own situation and being proactive and having focus on the things that they can actually, what you can actually change and what you can do something about. Um, And all these things just started to happen because of the platform that I built, that blog that I had. I got to have meetings with Danish politicians. I was asked to sit on a board um, when a Department of Labor here in Denmark was developing a new tool, and it's just a few of these things that have happened. Besides, yeah, getting in the news and having journalists call me and all these things. So it actually helped me build this platform, and it attracted a network of people to me from an industry I'd never been in. And it opened up the opportunities to go out and do workshops and more talks that I would never have. I mean, I'd never dreamt about that when I clicked that publish button back on January 18th, 2012. And all these things just came to me. And that's actually what I want for you in your career, because that's what I've done. And that's what led me to go on this journey that I've been on ever since. So with my career strategies and career branding strategies, we can get you there. We can get you in front of the right people because of the content that you will create and the value that you create to your network based on that content. You will be top of mind of the people that have the same interests as you do. And that way you will start to get opportunities to do the things that you are most passionate about professionally, which, we all do our best work when we are engaged and love what we do. So in that sense, it's going to be having a massive effect on your career, doing these things that I talk about, because we all know that your online presence today is very, very important, and very few people actually know just how important it is. But if I tell you that 93% of all recruiters, they use Google and social media to check out and to look for more information on candidates once they've received a job application or a CV, then you know that you got to be on your online game to get through to the job interview. Because if your online presence doesn't align with the kind of jobs that you're applying for and the things that you want to do in your career, then you're going to have a hard time getting to do the things that you want to do the most. Because if these things aren't aligned, you're not going to be called in for an interview. And with my strategies, sharing what you're passionate about, it'll help you build that online presence that'll help recruiters actually make an easy decision to take you in for an interview, because they can, from looking at your online profile, your personal website, and that knowledge base that you're going to build over time, it's going to give them a much better sense of who you are as a person. And it's going to make you stand out like no one else when you apply for a job. That's the applying part. Then there's the part where things are going to come to you. The opportunities you're going to attract the opportunities to you based on the content as well. So there's many things at play here, because when you feed Google the things that you really are most passionate about, then that's what people are going to find. People not only who knows you and Google your name, but people who Googles the topics that you write about will find you as well. And I've got plenty of examples of that. And just not too long ago, I had this political consultant call me because he found some article that I wrote on my Danish blog back in 2014, maybe 13. And he wanted to, he asked me about my opinion on something that he was researching. So you see, people are going to find you based on the content that you create as well. And every piece of content that you put on your website is going to be like opening a door in Google for people to find you. And that is what I want to help you do, and set up the right kind of strategies so that you build this online career brand that'll help you get closer to the kind of career that you want and get you closer to the opportunities that will let you do the things that you love the most. So yeah, that was just a little bit about my story and the things that I can do for you. Um, got any questions? Don't hesitate to shoot me an email. I would love to hear from you. Let's get you the career you want and deserve. And let's do it sooner rather than later. Okay? Talk to you soon.